Bro! Oh my god, I need to turn the music off. Hold on. Oh my gosh. So, I just got out of Brand New Day. I love that. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I will, like, my first thing I have to say is just, like, it wasn't good as No Way Home, but, like, No Way Home was, like, a different level for me. No Way Home wrecked me and, like, literally changed my life in, like, a crazy way. Like, I vividly remember the weeks after No Way Home feeling, like, a renewed sense of, like, life. Like, as stupid as that sounds. I was so obsessed with that movie when it came out. I still am. And so I will say, like, it wasn't as good as No Way Home in my book, but it was still just, like, such a great movie. I think it was so different. Like, I just watched Spider-Man Homecoming last night, and, like, such a stark difference between what's happening there and what's happening here. I think, like, as I was watching Homecoming, I was really, like, kind of surprised by, like, how funny it was. I don't remember it being as funny as it was. And this movie was definitely not, like, as humorous, but it was humorous in a really different way, which I found, like, really fun and just new. It reminded me a lot of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, just, like, how, I don't know, just, like, the way that Peter, as Spider-Man, was using humor while, like, talking to the bad guys and all that stuff. It was really giving, like, Andrew Garfield, which I thought was really interesting. And even, like, the evil aspect, like the spider part of him taking over, that was really giving Spider-Man 3, I think. So yeah, it felt very Spider-Man, but at the same time, it also felt like an X-Men movie, which, like, I'm not complaining about either. It just felt like there was a lot of different things going on all at once, whereas No Way Home was a lot more, like, cohesive, structured in a coherent way. And this movie, it felt like the beginning was giving, like, we're sad, you know, he's, like, he's reeling with, you know, his losses, he's still trying to, like, get over MJ and Ned. And then, like, the second half was giving, like, Peter and Frank, like, buddy cop, and then MJ's also there in the mix, and it was giving more of, like, that. And then it was giving X-Men movie because of the reveal of Jean Grey, which I had no idea. As soon as, okay, like, I knew that Sadie Sink was going to be in this movie, but I completely forgot that immediately once the movie started. And so once it was revealed that, like, the evil bad guy was, like, a female voice talking, I was like, oh, that's Sadie Sink. But then it was revealed that she was Jean Grey, and I had literally no idea. I was so gagged by that. I'm so excited by, like, her future prospects in the MCU, because I didn't even know that they were recasting Jean Grey. Like, I guess that makes sense, but, like, I know that some of the original X-Men are coming back, so I had no clue who they were recasting, who they were keeping. And I guess we have a new Jean Grey, which is, like, so exciting, because I loved her in it's been so long since I've seen the movies, like the X-Men movies, but I remember loving her and just thinking her powers were so cool. And I think she's, like, a rare case of a female superhero just having such cool powers. Yeah, just, like, awesome. Yelena Belova was in this movie, which I did kind of know going into it, but I had no clue if she was just going to be in, like, an end credit scene. I had no clue. Her and Peter being, like, friends, huge if true. Like the Yelena Peter bathtub scene, I'm sick. Like, the fanfics are coming true. Like, crazy. Sorry, this is very, like, stream of consciousness, but, like, yeah. I think to briefly sum up my thoughts about this movie, I think this being, like, the fourth installment of the Tom Holland Spider-Man, I think it was perfect, like, perfectly placed in his narrative, his story, all that. Can I turn? I think I can. I think this was just like a great step in the Peter arc. Especially towards the end of the movie, I was really just feeling like, yes, like this is Spider-Man, you know? There were some insanely cool visual moments in this movie. I didn't even talk about Bruce Banner, but like Bruce Banner's part felt so cool. Like, I love how many different characters they were able to incorporate into this, like Punisher, Hulk, Black Widow, which apparently Yelena Belova is Black Widow officially now, which like I didn't know that we had like confirmed that's what she was going by. I don't know. But yeah, I think if I had to give some critiques about the movie, it was definitely like the things that I loved about the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies was like the sort of like boyish humor of it all. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like in Spider-Man Homecoming, the bit of like the morning announcements, the awkward morning announcements, and like when Captain America's doing the gym video and he points at like the gym teacher and the gym teacher's on the wrong side. Like, just there were so many stupid bits in Homecoming and Far From Home that definitely don't happen in No Way Home and Brand New Day, just because they're darker movies. And so I definitely feel like this movie felt more like the Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire type stuff. And so I do feel like a bit of the spark of like what I loved about the Tom Holland ones was missing from this. But I also feel like they replaced it with such a message of like hope and like continuing and finding community, like that kind of thing, that like I understand why they had to sacrifice that, obviously, because it's just like where the narrative led them. And I also think the inclusion of Frank was so vital. He brought so much incredible humor. I will say there was also like so many amazing moments, kind of few and far between, but ones where Peter was just like giggling and just like happy to be like alive. Again, rare moment, but like there were some really good funny moments in there, I will say. Also, like the Ned and MJ of it all. First of all, the fake out with MJ totally got me. I nearly started crying because I was like, she remembers him. No, it was Jean Grey. Jean Grey kissing Peter as MJ, that was evil. Yeah, that was crazy. But then like Ned just like still being obsessed with Spider-Man, like it just felt so sweet and like such a great, like it just made so much sense. And him sitting there and doing Legos with Ned, and then MJ being like, yeah, you should tell him, like, oh, it's so sweet. And then, girl, don't even get me started on the end when they do their handshake and he goes, Peter. Oh, no. I was sick. I will say, like, I will be riding the high of the No Way Home ending scene for years, and I do think that this was, like, equivalent. Like, they really, like, did their damnedest to, like, match that energy, and I really applaud their work. Like, I really do think it was very good. So yeah, that's like so much I just said, but to sum it up, I think my main complaints with this movie summed up to it wasn't Spider-Man Homecoming, which I kind of want every movie to be like Spider-Man Homecoming. And like that's okay. Like that's really like not even a complaint really, because it's just simply not Spider-Man Homecoming. One more thing to say, I just think like if this movie is indicative of like the direction that the Spider-Man movies are going to be going from now on, I'm very excited. Like, I think it's different because I mean it's Brand New Day. What are you expecting? It's different, but I really like it. Like the characters that he's being associated with, like if he's being friends with Jean Grey and like Frank, like and Yelena, like he's got a really great web of people there. A web of people. You see what I did there? He's got a great like network that he's working with, because I feel like, especially in like the Tony Stark days of things, he's very isolated, and sort of just doing Tony Stark's bidding. Like, sorry, not to speak ill of the dead, but like, it never felt like he had real ownership over like his partnerships, his alliances, that kind of thing. And then after Tony Stark, he was really working on his own, and now he's like back with a group. Not to say that they're like a group, but just like he's got friends out there, and I just like really enjoy that. I like it so much. And I actually just cannot emphasize enough how much the cinematography of this movie was so cool. Like, especially at the beginning, they had like 12 maybe that's overshooting, but there was a lot of shots that like went into slow-mo that were all just like very cinematic and just like so Spider-Man, you know what I mean? I loved it. And I just really think, because especially after the Odyssey, I don't think Tom Holland was that good in the Odyssey. Hot take. I have a whole other video about the Odyssey, but like, I don't think he was that good in that movie. And I really feel like Peter Parker is like in his bag. Like, he's so good at Peter Parker. And even with like Peter Parker going this different direction, you know, a little more mature, a little less like, oh, I'm Peter Parker, a little more chill, like, just, it's so good. He's so good at it. Yeah. And there was one moment, the moment at the very end, when he's like, when Jean Grey is like, you can be Peter Parker, oh shit, I messed this up, you can be Peter Parker, you can be Spider-Man, and he goes, I'm gonna be both. Like, his just facial acting in that moment, so sublime. I do have another thing. I find it so interesting that they ended the movie with like Ned sort of recognizing Peter and being like, yes, like Peter, but they had MJ vehemently being like, I don't know you, I don't have these memories that you have are with a girl who is not me, and she sounds great, but like, and I'm sure you, like, we were great together, but like, that wasn't me. Like, she was so certain. She really like rubbed it in. She goes, it was not me. But then Ned is like remembering. So I'm really confused about like where that kind of leaves us. Like, is there hope for MJ remembering? Because they made it pretty clear that like they do not remember. Like, that was wiped, it was magic. But then like the handshake, like with the friendship of magic, broke the spell. Like, I don't know. And what does Ned remember? Does Ned remember everything? Or does he just remember that, like, yes, this is Peter who I know and who's my best friend? Like, the end of the movie really keeps you questioning. Just like No Way Home did. Because at the end of No Way Home, I was literally like, what do you do then? The end of No Way Home was so good. I cannot emphasize enough. Truly. But yeah. This was a great movie, not even gonna lie.